Down here at Boston Police Headquarters, there's a protest going across the street over there, which is perfectly legal and fine. But there's also something that's I've been noticing that's illegal throughout the city of Boston is these signs that they have in the lobby. So I've been trying to contact the legal people. They have yet to return my phone calls. So I want to see if I can talk to somebody in the legal department about these unlawful signs right here. So see how this sign right here is unlawful sign? I spoke to many people in the legal department. They have not yet to call me back. It's been over like 2 or 3 months. So let's see if we get any results from that. Hey, I came down here a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you remember who I am. And I'm talking about these unlawful signs that's on the door right here. And nobody has gotten back to me yet. So how do I resolve that issue?
Did you reach out to the commissioner?
I try to reach out to everybody. So now I want to speak to somebody in the commissioner's office or somebody in the legal department to find out what's going on. They can come down here and talk to me if they want to.
Just,
tell them Mr. Porter's waiting for them.
Porter?
Yeah.
Want to just with the camera?
Yeah, I'll hang outside here. Yeah, sure. But I just want to find out what's going on, because this is all over the internet, you know. It's a big problem, so we got to try to resolve this.
Yeah, let me...
I'll be down here waiting for him.
Right. What's your name again?
Nezza Porter.
Nezza Porter?
Nezza Porter. They talk to me on the phone. They should know who I am.
Okay, I'll see if somebody...
All right, I'll be down here. All right, so I called legal department. I called public relations. They all guaranteed that they would get back to me. It's been over 3-4 months. They still haven't got back to me. So we want to see what's going to happen about these unlawful signs that they're putting in the police department. Now, I don't know if you guys watch the internet. They're all over the internet as well. And that's the problem. Like, it makes Boston police look real bad because it's saying pure order of the police commissioner. And we effectively don't even have a commissioner at this time. We really don't have a commissioner. We have an acting commissioner, but we don't have an appointed police commissioner. If you look at notice, pure order of the Boston Police Commissioner. Now, these signs were put up during the time that Gross was in office. Since then, Gross has retired. And they went through a few commissioners, so we're trying to figure out what's going on. So we'll hang around here and see how long it takes them to come down and resolve this issue. And trust me, guys, I've came down here several times to talk to the people in the legal department, and they have yet to return my phone call. And it's been over 3 months. 3 months is too long for you to be holding on to people's civil rights. It's way too long. And honestly, there's nothing you can gather from that lobby that you can't gather, physically, visually, or observing. And it's a public space, so that's the problem. If it wasn't a public space, then that'd be a different issue. If it was behind closed doors, restricted access type thing, we understand that. But this is a public lobby right here. And I want you to read that sign pretty good, so that way you get to document it. This sign right here has been on many different websites and channels, YouTube channels. They're trying to say it's not a public forum. But how can it not be a public forum if it's a public lobby? And there's no statue. There's no Massachusetts general law statute or anything supporting this. Normally when you put a sign up, you put under Massachusetts general law, chapter whatever, section whatever, and then you can look it up and find out what it is. But this is nothing but a sign that someone posted on the door. And I gave them time. Don't get me wrong. When I first observed these signs, when he put them up, I questioned them. And keep in mind, I did videos before with the older sign. They took down the older sign and then they put up these signs. So at one point the signs were not up there at all. And then they put them back up there. I have an idea why they put them up there, but that's not constitutional. I'm not even going to say why, but I have an idea why they put them up there. But that's neither here or there. And just because of how I word this without saying too much, just because you have a bad experience with one person doesn't mean that the other people have to suffer. Put it that way. Now they have quite a few different literature out here, so let me kind of show you what they have, so we're not just focusing on that one sign. We got a sign to say no smoking in the lobby. They get that covered up, so I'm not gonna move it. We'll hang around for about probably 10 to 15 minutes. If they don't come down in 10 to 15 minutes, I would assume that they're not gonna come down. Here's that gentleman coming back. Yes, sir.
Sir, all right, so I just spoke with someone up there. They don't have anybody available to speak with you right now.
Uh-huh.
Do you have, can I just get your name and contact info?
Yeah, they have that already. They have everything they need. Just tell Mr. Porter. They should be able to pull that name up and come out.
What's your phone number? Just like
They have all
that.
that. Matter of fact, I even make it better for you. Hold on one second. Let me hold on once. Well, keep that running. It don't matter. I can't trying to hold it at the same time while I'm doing this. But I tell you what, I called them several times. I've been down here several times.
Sure.
I tried to talk to them. At one point, those signs weren't there. They were taken down. If you remember, how long you been working here? A long time. I said those signs weren't always there. At one time, they had an older version of that sign up there. They took it down when Gross was commissioner, and then they put it back up later on. And we're trying to find out why and what law is supporting that sign. And I know you don't have the answer for that because that's beyond you. But I try to call legal. I try to call public relations. They all got my information. You say Mr. Porter. I guarantee you they know who I am.
Sure, yeah.
They have to know who I am because I called several times. I came down here several times too. I don't know if you remember that. And I usually try to resolve it off of camera before I have to expose what's going on.
Sure.
So now it becomes a problem because it's all over social media. That makes the Boston police look pretty bad. You know what I mean? I mean, those signs are considered unconstitutional. I mean, like, if that was a private office or something, that's something totally different. But a public space, a public lobby, it's, it's violating people's rights, basically.
Well, I'll make sure this gets up there.
Yeah, and how soon should I expect a phone call back from them? See, this gentleman right here remembers me. I came down here before. Matter of fact, you were in one of the videos too, just so you know. You're in a few of them. But you're doing what you have to do, you know what I mean? But I didn't come down to be hostile. I came down to get answers. Well, you're supposed to say both sides are good side.
Yeah, I'll make sure it gets forward.
Oh, they coming down? If they come down, I'll talk to them. I'd rather talk to
I don't
them.
know who has decision-making power over these.
Well, like I said, it's beyond your control. Like, you only can enforce what they tell you to do. I can't fault you guys for that. I mean, that's totally way above your head. That's
But
that.
do you want to know the rationale behind it?
I think I do, but explain to me.
Well, because there's a potential for victims and witnesses to be in the lobby.
Uh-huh.
Their identity is not always public knowledge. That's why on some reports it'll say known by.
Right, I understand
you
that.
pick up a public copy of a report, but there's certain information that won't
You
be
redact it out. I
And
got
that
you.
That kind of extends to the lobby area because sometimes homicide victims or witnesses are
Gotcha.
down here. Sometimes the victims of other kind of crimes, sexual assault, something like that. And all those reports are confidential.
Confidential, because some of the stuff has to be
victim of a
redacted,
homicide
yeah.
Won't necessarily be on the report, but
Right.
it'll be on some of our paperwork that goes internal. You know
And
what
I trust you. I 100%.
I think that's
I
the
understand that
rationale
100%.
You know, so,
Now, in that defense, what they should do, they should bring them in a secluded area through the back door in a private office where no one can see them coming in.
yeah, well, I think they just foresee.
All right.
I'll make sure this gets where it's gotta go.
Thank you, appreciate it. And what's your name, sir? I didn't get your name. Murphy. Thanks, Murphy.
Just go right ahead.
But I understand that though. I respect
Yeah,
that.
they don't anticipate that
Actually, he
always
was here.
it's gonna
He
be,
probably remembers me too. I was down here when he came down here.
the opportunity for you to get someone
Right.
to an undisclosed or private location. Like I said, because this lobby is an extension of that.
And I understand.
that victims' rights.
I agree with that. Like, if someone's going to give you information, they don't want to reveal the source. They should be able to go in a secluded area where no one can bother them and aggravate them, whatever the case may be.
Right.
I understand that. Totally, 100%. But see, my thing is, I'm trying to avoid making you guys look bad at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, the thing is, they said out here, outside, all day long, anybody
Right.
can videotape.
Gotcha.
It's just once you hit this door, this
Right.
is that. And like I said, that's the extension of.
See, my thing is this now. Hypothetically, say the victim did go in there. What's to stop a person from recording right here as the person goes inside?
Nothing.
See what I'm talking about? So
Right.
it's kind of like they try the same thing in the courthouse. The courthouse had the same rationale, or you could record or take pictures of a witness, but if you could do it inside, you also could do it outside. So then the rationale kind of loses its faith because now you're saying, hey, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard them argue both sides of the case. I understand what they're trying to say, but legally and lawfully, can you enforce it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not a lawyer, but
I would say, to the extent in which we're in control of the building, we can enforce, the quality of person that's in the lobby
Right.
itself. You know what I'm saying? Because it does go from a public building to, at the very least.
I told you I'd be back, right? And I did come back trying to talk to them, right? Didn't I not come back trying to talk to public affairs and internal affairs? And I gave them almost a couple of months to return, get my phone call back. They haven't called me back. So I don't do this. I do this because I do this. I don't do it because for fun, for free. But I do it for transparency. And if we want transparency, we gotta bring it to the table the right way. You can't say one thing and do something totally different. And if someone tells you they're gonna call you back, they should call you back. And I know you guys doing your job. Man. You have to do your job.
Oh yeah, we're just pawns.
And then we all are pawns. But you guys, overall, Boston police don't have a bad reputation, in my opinion. Now, there may be some bad experiences that people may have, but overall, of all the cities and states, I think you guys got a good rapport with the public. I mean, that's my opinion. Now, other people might have a different opinion.
Yeah, it just depends on if they got a
It depends on what position they're in life too. If they're a criminal or if they're not a criminal. If you're not a criminal, you shouldn't have bad experience with the police. If you're a criminal, you will have bad experience with the police because obviously you do something you shouldn't be doing.
But then
People call
it goes the other way.
Right.
It's typical when they're having a real bad day.
Right. And you guys gotta come up and solve the problem.
As a police officer, if you're having a bad day, you don't treat somebody like a criminal.
Right.
Because you're responding to a call.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree 100%. You know what? And you have a tough job. I tell you why. You guys gotta actually separate your personality and your feelings from what's happening in real life. Like, if someone's called you a bad name, normal reaction, you might respond with an attitude back to them, but you gotta keep your calm, your composure, and respond to them in a professional manner. And sometimes that's not easy. Trust me, that's not easy.
Not sometimes.
But I know, I see what you guys have to deal with, so that's not easy at all. And I gotta applaud you guys for doing that because I see people doing stuff they shouldn't be doing and creating a bigger problem they should be creating. And it can all be avoided by just walking away and not saying nothing at all.
Right.
I mean, sometimes even when they got free speech, sometimes it's not the right speech to use at the right time.
Right.
But that's my opinion. That's only my opinion. I'm not telling people what to say or what not to say, but
We appreciate one guy's opinion.
but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Respect goes a long way.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Like this gentleman, he never saw me before, but I told him who I was. And I think that was that at least a month ago. It had to be a month ago. But I gave them time to call me back. I tried to call them a few times. They said to get back to me. They got my name, Mr. Porter. You know who I am by now. They never called me back. So now I'm trying to figure out why. And I know you guys can't control that because you can't make them pick up the phone and call me. So it is what it is. But keep up the good. I'm not gonna hold you guys up, but keep up the good work. Nice talking to y'all, man. I hang around. If they come down, it'd be nice. If I could get somebody to come down and talk to them, like how long should I wait? Like 15, maybe 15 minutes?
Yeah, that's a
I
good.
hang around about 15 minutes until somebody shows up. If they don't show up, then
We'll point you out to them.
yeah.
All right.
Anybody in public affairs and public relations I want to talk to?
Okay. Are you gonna be here?
I'll be. I might be in here, but it's more quiet. All right. Okay. Good talking to you, my man. I'm gonna hang out here in the lobby for a little bit and see if someone comes down. Now, if they don't come down, this is something that goes higher than the commissioner. I may have to go to the mayor's office and talk to the mayor about it because technically she is a lawyer and she should be able to answer those questions. And she is a public official. So, like I said, certain things are the making of more than one person, though. It's not just one person's idea to do that. Somebody had to sit down at the table and decide that they were going to make those decisions. So these are all the information that you can get at the police headquarters. Police report request form if you want one of those. Tells you all the stuff you need to fill out. I remember I used to do that when I was in the Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Hey,
What's
did
up?
I talk to you? Like, it wasn't
It
like,
might have been. I don't know.
no, it wasn't you. A guy had your rank though. So
I think I talked to
it
you.
might have been you. But my question is, I did call Public Affairs. They said they're gonna get back to me about a month ago. They haven't.
Public affairs or internal?
Well, it was both people. Public relations in the legal department were the people I talked to at first.
Yeah.
And it's about these signs that's right here.
Right.
And I wanted like a definite answer, like why those signs are up there. I have ideas why they put them up there, but I want to like. I don't know if you know that's considered an unconstitutional sign.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? What?
Not in a secure public building. I mean, they have these signs that are on the federal buildings downtown.
Are you sure? Because I don't
I
think.
know for a fact they do.
Which building is it? So I can investigate.
JFK building downtown.
It's at the front of the JFK building?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go down there and check that out. Because I didn't. Last I heard, they weren't
I
there.
would check it out because it's there, man. It's a mandate from the federal government. It's
From
just
the
because
now,
it's
what law is supporting that sign? Do you know?
I think it's just security. I don't know.
There has
if
to
there
be a
is
law.
No, that's not true. That's,
Really?
I think that's the problem with your supposition is there has to be a law. Now, if somebody wants to litigate it and have a court rule that it's in fact not constitutional, that's the angle it's got to come from. But there's no specific law
Really?
that says this can't be done.
I don't know.
If a suit was bought and was litigated,
Right.
and there was a declaration from a judge that, in fact, no, you can't do that, but there's been no ruling
So, okay,
that
that's
says you can't do
you
that.
can't.
If your position is it's unconstitutional,
Right.
I respect that.
Okay.
But you've got to go through the process.
okay. So, for example, you said a public building in a private space. Is that what you said?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Not just a public building. It's a secure building. We have prisoners in this.
Okay, but even prisoners, you can go in the front lobby of the building, but you can't go actually into the secure part of the building. If you know what I mean.
But you can. You're in this building.
So if this area right here, would you call this a secure area right here?
The lobby.
The lobby, yeah.
You're here.
So that
No one's telling you to leave.
So, but what about inside there? Would that be considered a secure area?
Because you breached the threshold. That's
Okay.
a secure
That's a
area.
secure area.
They transport prisoners in.
They-
You can't go into a district station and go behind where they have prisoners.
Right,
That's
I
for
understand
your
that.
safety
I understand
as
that
well.
part, but I talk about just in the lobby area. Like,
That's where we are.
is that considered a lobby too?
That's not considered a lobby.
That's not
That's
considered-
over the threshold of the door.
And now, just keep in mind, a lot of people are going to argue that is considered the lobby.
Okay, they can argue it all they want. That doesn't mean it's true.
Right. Well, we're going to check and find out. We'll check and find out.
fine.
Yeah. Like I said, I define it as a lobby. Like you may not define it as a lobby, but
I work for the city.
Right.
And when the city defines it as such, I'm obligated to
I know.
adhere to that. Now, if you can get someone else in authority
Gotcha.
to disagree, it's fine with me.
Right, and like I said, it's above your head. I understand. You're not the one to put that sign there. You're not the one who.
No.
And
I
yeah.
get your point. If
Right.
you're concerned about it, but you've got to do it a certain way.
Exactly.
Just coming here
Uh-huh.
and offering your opinion. It's not that your opinion doesn't matter.
Right.
But you've got to have something stronger to
Gotcha.
back that up with. In
Right.
terms of if you want action taken to undo this,
Right.
you got to get somebody in authority.
Right, and that's what I'm gonna do. That's why I figure I start here first.
That's fine.
Talk to the right people.
Yeah.
I was hoping to talk like somebody higher up, like maybe the commissioner or the commissioner's
I'm just going
assistant.
to tell you the same thing.
Right.
To be honest.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm gonna tell you
at least
the
I
same
tried. I mean, at least I
It's
tried.
fine. You can try.
Yeah, I'm not trying to give you a hard time
I
either.
respect it.
Right.
I do. That's why this country is different, right?
Gotcha.
That's why we're not in Russia.
You're right.
Where, we don't agree with you, all of a sudden you disappear.
I agree 100%.
So there's no, and you're being very respectful, you're not
I
a problem.
try,
And I'm
yeah.
not trying to bullshit you either.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying to tell you, this is what they've done.
Right.
If you feel it's wrong, you can proceed to get it undone.
Gotcha. Now, and I
But
will
there's
talk to
a
my people. Yeah.
process to do that, and the process in this country,
Gotcha.
in this state, is the court system. It's
Trust
gotta
me.
be adjudicated in the
Yeah.
court system.
And over the times, I will talk to different people, and I will try to see if they can reverse that process. I see how long it takes them to do it, but it may take a while. But
The number one thing you're gonna do, if you don't believe me, you're gonna have to talk to an attorney. See what an attorney says.
gotcha. Yeah. I would do that too.
See
Yeah.
what an attorney says.
Right.
I'll respect it more if I hear that, wait a minute, there's an attorney involved who says, oh, listen.
Yeah. I agree.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because that's how it gets done in this country.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not a banana republic. We have a system
Right.
we have to navigate.
Exactly.
And we're not just, throw this guy out of here. He is not, no one has said that to you.
No. No.
I'm not telling you that.
The time I came down here last time, you were very polite. You know, you were informational. You gave me the number to call and everything. So I do remember that. You know.
And I wish that number resulted in something more definitive, but I know in my heart what you're looking for.
Well,
and what you're looking for is somebody from the outside of here
Uh-huh.
to get in order to undo this.
Now, I wish they would even call me back. If they could even call me
They're
back.
going to tell you the same thing.
I know.
I'm trying to be honest
Gotcha.
with
Yeah,
you.
I
They're
can-
not going to tell you
You're right.
anything different than what I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I agree.
They're operating under the assumption of we will undo it if we're ordered to undo it.
Gotcha. And it comes. I just said that it comes from the top down. It doesn't come from you guys up.
And I'm telling
Yeah.
you, there is no law that you can bring me and say, see,
Uh-huh.
here it is. It says you cannot do that.
I got you. I appreciate
It's not
it.
there.
I know. I appreciate it. You know,
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
Right.
Maybe it just has to be
just adjust it.
written.
Well, this is something it's going to take a bunch of people to sit down and figure out how to adjust it. And I know a couple of reasons why they put those signs there, because there were certain people acting up and doing crazy stuff.
Well, look at right here.
I heard the
Yeah.
story. Trust me, I heard the story. So I see why it was in place, because not everybody comes down here polite and cordial. They come down here causing a problem,
Right.
and that kind of pushes the public back.
Right.
And I understand that 100%. So that's not on. It's an action that took place because of somebody else's action, basically.
If you go to any sort of military facility, they're not going to allow you.
Oh yeah.
This isn't military,
Right.
but what people mistake is this is paramilitary.
Yeah, well, you
It's-
can't go on a military base recording anyway. We know that, unless you got permission.
But
yeah.
this is basically the same
Yeah.
thing.
I understand
I
that.
mean, you're a taxpayer, but you're a taxpayer for the military as
Right.
well. You
But see,
can't just go strolling
No,
into the
you
Air
can
Force
go to
base.
the publicly accessible areas, and that's it. But anything else behind the doors, no, unless you get exclusive permission.
But it's not, it gets convoluted here because of the prisoner aspect.
Gotcha,
When
yeah.
they're moving prisoners around, it's a safety issue.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know, trust me.
You can't go anywhere in a prison
Right.
where they transport prisoners.
Right.
You can go to a prison and you can go to a certain area.
Right, yeah, I
But
got
you
you.
can't go to certain areas inside.
Well, you're not going to be allowed to walk down the corridors in the cell area. I know, you can't do that.
And even more than that.
Right.
It's even more than that.
Right. Well, see, once you go behind that sally port of the prison, technically that's a restricted area. So I understand that. Trust me. Anything that you need a key or access card to get into, that's restricted. So we walk into the lobby, you pretty much see a lobby. Anything else is a card access or a key
You
access.
can't get in here without going through this. So
Right.
That's
Yeah, I
essentially
see that, yeah.
a side door right there.
Gotcha.
You can't get in there
Mm-hmm.
until you are
Right.
screened.
Gotcha.
And there's a reason why.
Oh yeah, because
So that's where it changes. That's where this comes into effect.
now see now the other police station have that same sign, but they don't have any metal detectors there. If you've seen the other, all the police stations throughout the city of Boston,
Yeah, I've worked in it.
they have all the
Right.
same exact sign.
Right.
And it's not a restricted area, but they still have the sign there. So that's a different scenario other than this one.
Yes, but this gets convoluted because there are other services here.
Gotcha.
You know,
All
you
right.
have to bring the taxi guys
Right.
in. It's licensing, it's people coming in for firearms permits. They don't
Right.
do that at that station. So
Right.
this is a little different.
All right. So I guess I'll talk to the higher ups and see what they say.
Get an attorney.
Yeah, well, not yet,
Well,
but eventually.
attorneys make stuff move.
They do. You're right. Matter of fact, some of them are probably looking at that already, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But we'll keep in touch. What's your name again?
Joe.
Joe Nez. Nice to meet you.
All right.
I'll talk to you again.
Appreciate it.
I'll be
Thank
your.
you for being respectful and
I have to, man. If you know, you probably don't know what I do, but if you see what I do, I have to be respectful, because if I wasn't respectful, I wouldn't get the results that I get. I
You
mean,
deserve to be treated with respect.
I try to treat people the same way I want to be treated, or even better. I mean, if I was rude to you, let me know.
You weren't.
Okay, now
And the same for me.
now you was nice, polite, cordial, respectful. Nice talking to you. We'll keep in touch.
Thanks,
Be
bud.
safe now.
All right.
All right. What's up there? All right. So these people are, so they're protesting out here as well. So they have I'm not sure what they're protesting for, but they are protesting. Just give you an idea of what's going on in the city. Take a quick walk around. They have a little protest in front of the police headquarters. Not too sure what they're talking about, but I think they're supporting a sergeant. All right, guys, I'm headed out of here. I came down here to get my answer. That's one of many things I had to do on my list, so I got one thing out of the way. And I'll be heading to do more things later on. But those signs have been inside the police department. Like I said, they weren't always there. At one point, they were put up there under the leadership of Commissioner Gross. And they were taken down under his same leadership. Then later on put back up again. I don't know the whole... Everybody gives you a different scenario of why they put them up there. My whole concern is that there's no law, or how do you say it, chapter, section, whatever you want to call it, legally telling you you cannot record in the public area. So if that's the case, then you could put those signs anywhere. You can put them in the library. You can put them in any lobby you want to put them in and say that it's legal. But trying to get some results. Not saying we will. I keep on top of that. Until next time, guys, I'm gonna head up out of here. Catch you guys on the next one.